Hey there, Wargamers, Justin and Picture. Today, we're going to play some Battletech. Aces. I'd like to welcome you guys back to the channel. If you are new here, take a moment to look right below the video. It's a little thumbs up. Smash that. Hit the subscribe. Alpha strike it if you will. And thank you for tuning in. If you are a returning viewer, thank you for showing your support. Thanks for having my 6. I appreciate you having my back. Thank you for being an awesome lance mate, star mate, whatever the case may be for you. Thank you for being here to support what I do. That said, let's get into it. And today, I've got a game of Battletech Alpha Strike Aces for you guys. And I asked the community what they might want to see faction-wise played. Kurita, or Draconis Combine, was the overwhelming number one faction. Kurita is not a person, it's a faction. That people asked to see played. So this is game 3, and they're playing against ComStar. I did have requests to see Kurita versus Wolf's Dragoons, but I left that box at home. So I only had House Davian / Swordsworn, Kurita / Dragon's Fury, and my ComStar stuff with me. So ComStar wasn't on the list, so I picked those. So that said, let's go ahead and transition over today, and I will show you guys the forces that are going to be pitted off against each other. For our forces today, we will have 200 points of ComStar versus Draconis Combine. For the Combine forces, we have got, boom, our oldie but goldie classic metal Atlas. This is the K variant this time. It has AMS case, indirect fire, 1 OV, long and rear shots. So that is him. Coming in at 72 points, it's skill 1. We have got a Locust, the same one you've seen multiple times in the videos before. This is the 1VB variant, 320 for damage, or skill 2. We've got a Rifleman. I'm proxying today because I really like the look of this. This is a I don't know, old school or extinct version of the Rifleman, almost like a proto Rifleman or something. I just think it looks really cool. It's different, but we're using it as a regular Rifleman today. Skill 1, 442. This is the 5M variant. And then rounding out the Lance, we have got oldie but goldie, tried but true, one of my favorite mechs to play, the Shadowhawk. This is the C variant, coming in at skill 2, 42 points, 221 for damage. And yeah, that is our right at 200 points for the Combine forces. For the, and this is the OPT for the player-controlled forces today, we've got the ComStar level 2. Now, unfortunately, they don't have really amazing skills, because to make it fluffy and field 6 mechs at 200 points, it's rough. So first up, we have got a Crockett. This is the Crockett D, 500 or 5003 dash, not D, sorry, O. I'll show you the sheet in a moment because all the mechs are lined up on it. We've got the Mongoose 6-7 variant. We have got the Flashman 8K. These are some of my favorite models for the ComStar. We've got our Rifleman, which is the special variant that I really like. That's ComStar exclusive with the TMM of 2, which is pretty baller. We got the Marauder 5M coming in with the Jump Jets, and then the Mercury 99. So for the damage outputs and skills, we got that Crockett here. Skill 4, 330, nothing much, but look at that HP. We got that Mongoose 220, again, nothing much, but he's going to be able to get behind them, and he's got a good TMM. We got the Flashman with the 440, and he's got overheats. Skill's not great, but it's there to do work, try. Rifleman with that TMM 2, which is really nice, 342 for damage, not too bad. The TMM is really going to be useful, I think, for the kind of snipery guy. We got the Marauder with the 8J 441, just a basic Marauder, there you go. And then the Mercury with that TMM 420 move, skill 4 210, who gets behind them and wreaks havoc. For our matchup today, we're going to be doing a stand-up battle, 200 points, obviously with the ComStar versus the Draconis Combine. The thoughts are they're fighting on a moon with some HPGs, and they didn't pay their bills, so Space AT&T is here to make them pay their bills. We're going to say bucko, so I don't drop an F-bomb, but showing a little bit of support for the text talks, got the pay your bills bucko there. You guys know what's up. Gone ahead and deployed roughly 4 inches, because we're on a small mat, as I've said in every video that I've done with this stuff here. With this particular battle mat, it is short. If you're playing Alpha Strike and you're interested in getting into it, and you want to get this mat, remember, please, that is going to be it's going to be more favorable to you to play with small forces on it. If you play with big forces, this is going to be, it's too small, it's very confined, unless that's what you want. 4x4 is going to be better for large scale games, but this stuff is like Lance on Lance or something small, you're good to go. In this case, we're going to have our ComStar forces versus ComStar level 2 versus the Lance of the Combine here, and unfortunately, it is a quantity versus quality equation, and we're going to see how that plays out. I feel like the ComStar forces have got it. However, We are playing with a bunch of line of sight blocking options and no area terrain this time. It does feel fluffy, but that's what we've got. So that may favor these guys with the better skills and these guys with the worse skills, because like these guys can hit them a little easier, but they have nowhere to hide. So it's just really going to they're not going to have a lot of options to get those layers going. So we'll see if my my preliminary feelings are right. And we are playing today with some of the designs from Thunderhead Studios. We make these in-house. Those three, and these back end, little generator looks pretty cool. And then we've got some Gale Force 9 Hex Tech city buildings, and I felt that these kind of looked pretty cool on the table here for the battle. Let me see if I can aim up just a little so you can see that taller one on the edge back there. Let's see. Ooh, that feels like a slightly better view, and you can see the top of that building now. So that said, let's go ahead and get our initiative going. The red will be the Combine, the purple will be the ComStar forces with the Thunderhead dice, and Thunderhead has won the initiative 7-6, so ComStar goes second. So first up for activating for the Combine forces, we have got the Brawler, and that is going to be the Rifleman. It says to jump, he doesn't have jump, so we go down to the next one. Ground move to most enemies in line of sight. Let's see what we can do with that. He can kind of do something. What's his movement here? He's got an 8. So he can move over to here, kind of notch up. He can see some stuff and get a little bit of cover. TMM of 2. So now, unfortunately, we have 6 activations for the ComStar versus their 3 left, so we have to move 2 units to their 1. Let's go ahead and take this Rifleman, and let's move up. He has got a 4-inch or 10-inch move, actually. I think he hops up here and moves over there. Give himself a better vantage point. TMM of 2. And I gave the Rifleman the wrong TMM. I was thinking he's the ComStar one. You're not cool. You only TMM 1. Oh boy. Boom. All right. And for the second activation for the ComStar forces. Let's see. What do we got with jump? Crockett's got jump. Marauder's got jump. And the Flashman does not. So the Marauder has a standard 8-inch move. Let's take a peek over here and see where the Marauder would need to be. Okay, so the Marauder can go roughly over here-ish. Get a little cover. See the Rifleman. They can make some pop shots on each other. And that'll be a TMM of 1 for the Marauder. And now it's over to 1 activation for the Combine. So their Brawler has gone. Next up is going to be their Skirmisher, which is the Shadowhawk. And this one says a ground move towards furthest enemy you can get behind. So nothing can get behind. Jump towards furthest enemy, which is going to be over there. And what's your jump? You got a 10 jump, and at least it's not weak ones. So jump over here. Ha-da-da-da. All right, that works out. At least he's with his buddy. His TMM is 2. He jumps, so 3. Now, the ComStar forces get to bring up 2 more activations. The Crockett has a 6J. The Flashman has a 10. We're going to stack up the Flashman to get line of sight on the Rifleman from here. He has got a TMM of 2, which is nice. And then let's go ahead and take that Crockett. We'll do a 6-inch jump because he can't quite get the cover. Jump there so you can see some dude who can put some fire in and jump. So he's got a TMM of 1. I had to make sure I got the right guy. So TMM of 1, he jumps at 2. All right, so over to the Combine as I kick the stuff around. So the Skirmisher is done. And the Brawler is done. So it leaves the Sniper and the Striker. Next up is the Striker for the priority order. If no enemies within 24, which this is the Locust, right? Yep. Anyone within 24. Yes, so enemies within 24. Towards highest TMM enemy. I think it's going to be him because they haven't moved, so 16. And if he goes kind of here, he's got some cover and should be able to see him. Cool. So he's up there with his TMM 3. And that's going to leave, that was the Striker. So the sniper is left, so that will be our Atlas at the end. So last 2 activations for the ComStar forces, we have got our Mongoose with a 16 and our Mercury with a 20. Let's see where they want to go. So Mongoose 16, Mercury 20. So Mongoose has 16. If he goes to here, you can get a shot on the Shadowhawk. Not a very good one. And then 20 could probably get him here. Let's see if that gets him a shot on that. It does get him a shot on the Rifleman, but he hasn't gone. He may walk up and nuke us. I don't like that idea. So I think we edge over, get ourselves a little bit of cover to see the Rifleman. Actually, yeah, we're gonna get shot regardless. We gotta risk it for the biscuit. Know it? You know. That means 2 dudes firing. I think the Mercury hangs out back here. Actually, they both hang out. They hide. Because if I don't, I'm going to have multiple dudes firing at them, and I think that's not good. No. I'm here second guessing things. Mercury will keep the shots on the Shadowhawk, and I don't think the Atlas can get to the Mongoose, or excuse me, the Mongoose there, and he'll come out, and he can get, he got to move. He'll position him such that he can, he's gonna go there. He'll get covered both ways, but if he comes up and he like edges out of the side, other stuff could see him. And I'm playing a little pedantic with those smaller mechs because they're so fragile. And I don't want them to get instantly nuked because these guys have really good skills, so I'm trying to be a little tactful. In some of those games I played, I was not, and the light mechs get beat up pretty easily. So that leaves the Atlas, the sniper. Let's see what he's going to do. And it says, stationary if no enemies within 18, at least 1 enemy in line of sight. Yep, 100%, though the Mercury might be within 18. He is, so no stationary. Towards 18 from all enemies. Yeah, so that means he's just going to back up and gain some obscurity. And it looks like he's still within 24, that guy. All right, so actually, we did that wrong because ComStar won the initiative, so we should have went last. That's okay, we screwed up. So Kurita shoots first. Let's go ahead and get the Brawler out of the way. That is the Rifleman, and actually let's get a dice up here too. This is turn 1. I forgot during our last game. All right, so Brawler, it says to shoot the thing at the shortest range that it can see, which is going to be the Crockett. So he is skill 1. Oh, so bad. He's got 4 points of damage that he can deal out. And nothing special, so skill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and no intervening. So looking for 5s on that Crockett. And he hits all of it, so 4 points of damage into Mr. Crockett. Not good. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so he's done. That's going to bring us to the Skirmisher, and that is the Shadowhawk. Shoot the thing at the shortest range. That is going to be the Mercury. So the Shadowhawk has skill 2. He jumps, so 4, 5, 6 for range, 7 for the building, and 11 for the TMM. So our Mercury's probably okay, and he's only got 2 points of damage that he can roll. So here we go. Nah, pretty bad. If you added them together, he's still technically missed on 4 dice then. All right, so he's done. And that's going to bring us to the Striker, which is the Locust. Shoot the guy with the highest TMM. The only thing he can see anyway is the Rifleman. So he has coming in with skill 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's where we're at. Whoa! Tripping over the camera. I apologize, folks. I'm filming by myself, and I got cables and stuff hanging out, so doing my best. So let's recap after I've nearly tripped and hurt myself. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 points of damage into the Rifleman. His TMM bonus did not help. Boop. And last but not least, the Sniper, which is the Atlas. Shoot a thing it can destroy. I think the only thing it can really see is the Crockett anyway. They are at medium range. He's skill 3, and he's got 3 points of damage. So, sorry, skill 3? Sorry, skill 1, 2, 3, 5. 3 points of damage, not skill 3. And he hit 2 out of the 3 into the Crockett. That's still a pretty big hit on that guy. So now it's time for the ComStar forces to return fire. The Mercury is going to shoot at the Shadowhawk, which is the thing that it can see. It's skill 4, 2 points of damage at medium. So 4, 5, 6 for range, 7, 8, 9 for jumping, and 10 for the cover. So Mercury, looking for 10s. Nothing. And the Mongoose also needs 10s. And I rolled 1 too many dice on the Mercury, so I said it was the Mongoose instead of the guy. Miss. The Crockett's and the Marauder, actually, yeah. So they are going to fire into the Rifleman. So Crockett has 3 points of damage, skill 4, 5, 6 for range, 7 for cover, 8 for the TMM, 4 points of damage, looking for 8. Oh my god. Out of that whole roll, I rolled 4 1s, 2 2s, 3, and a 4. Let's follow up with the Flashly, and he had jumped, so that would have missed regardless because I got my math wrong. Flashman, he's skill 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4 points of damage. There we go. Oh boy, he missed everything too. Holy crap. And the Marauder, same thing, looking for 8s. And we got 2 points of damage that would have went through. So that's still pretty nuts. So our Rifleman will shoot at the Locust just because it's just what he's going to do. He's got 4 points of damage. He is skill 4, 5, 6, 7. Team M's 3, so 10s. And he's looking for 10s. Here we go. He got 1, 2 points of damage. Almost. So Locust has structure left. And that'll do it for turn 1. We're going to be going into turn 2 now. Let's get our little dice cleaned up. Okay. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. The inability for my dudes to hit 8s, though, with all those dice was pretty not good. But that's it. We're going to go into turn 2. And we'll see who's going first. Thunderhead sticks it with an 11. 2 and 8. So Kurita is first again. And let's see who's got the priorities. That's going to be the Brawler, which is the Rifleman, I believe. He does not have jump, so we're going straight to ground movement towards lowest movement enemy. I think that's those guys over there. So he is going to come over here and notch up, get some cover. Makes the most sense. And we still outnumber them 2 to 1 now. So our bros got to activate 2. Rifleman can't see anything. Let's have our Marauder, I think, come over. And it's going to notch up over here for a little bit of cover action to see that Rifleman. And we'll bring the Crockett and do the same because he's got beat up pretty good. So there's the Crockett. Alright, so for the Kurita forces, because the Brawler has gone, is now up to the Skirmisher, which is the Shadowhawk. So it is a ground movement towards where most enemies are in line of sight. That's tough, because I don't think you can get really more than 1 easily. Into woods are covered for most enemies. I think maybe he just goes here because the enemies haven't moved, and that lets him see stuff, and he's still got multiples outside of line. So that's a tough one. I wasn't sure exactly how to handle that one, if I'm honest. So skill 2, or 2 and 2. All right, we're back to having to move 2. Let's bring the Flashman over. He's going to stack up as well over here. I didn't pay attention. There we go. So now we should have cover from this, shooting at the rifleman. And we got one more to go. So our other rifleman, he's got a 10-inch move, so it's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll just get him up there elevated so you can see stuff and kind of move around. Hit team member 2. These are light boys to go. So that is the skirmisher and brawler who've gone. So we have the striker and sniper left. So sniper's up. Stationary if no enemies within 12 inches, at least one enemy line of sight. No, because you can't see anything. Go into line of sight to enemy with lowest health. I think if he goes there. Yeah, I don't think that's going to quite do it. What's the last thing? Doesn't have jump. Why do I have jump? So, like, I think it's just going to literally be like kind of walking 6 and going out in the open because he can't get far enough over to see them, but he can see the rifleman, and that's the best option he's got. Okay, and then for our last 2 to move, it's going to be the Mercury and the Mongoose. So the Mongoose has 16 inches. And can't quite get behind anybody. The Mongoose for sure can. He's got 20, so it's going to go, and it's going to get here. A little cover, straight rear behind the Atlas. And the, Mercury can. Mongoose is going to sprint. Get over here. So he sprinted, can't shoot. Mercury can shoot. So we have a sprint and a standard move. So Mongoose has 3, Mercury has 4. So 3 and 4. And that is going to leave the Locust. And that is the Striker, right? Yep, it's a Striker. Let's see what he's doing. Doesn't have jump towards lowest health enemy. That is for sure the Rifleman. I don't know if the ground move's going to do it. So it would be 2, and then he'd have 14 left to go. Can he actually attack anything if he moves 14? Maybe. He's gonna have 14 basically from right there. What else is on your list, bud? Because you're in a weird spot. Yeah, so he can't. If he goes out here and goes towards that, I keep hitting the camera. I'm sorry, guys. That's 14 roughly from there. They shoot him up, but if he because you want to prioritize like blocking line of sight as best as possible, and the next thing would be towards fewest enemies within line of sight, and the woods cover most enemies towards furthest enemy, which that would be here. So I think he's going to do a sprint, and he's going to come up here and start threatening behind him. He's behind his line of fire arc, so you can't shoot at him, and he just ran. Alright, so now it's time to shoot. Kurita is first. So the brawler, rifleman says shoot at the thing at the shortest range. That is going to be the Marauder. And assuming you can see, it should be able to. So he's got a 4, skill 1. So he's got 1, 2, 3, and 4 points of damage. Skill 1, medium range, so 3, 1 for cover, so 4, and 1 for team, so 5. He missed 2, actually, so 2 points of damage on the Marauder. Okay, hada. And next up is going to be the Skirmisher, which is Shadowhawk. Shoot a thing can destroy, that's nothing. Shortest range, which is the Marauder. So he is skill 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 6s, again, actually, yeah, so the other one's 5. So 6s, he's got 2 points of damage. Here we go. He gets 2 points of damage on the Marauder. Boop. And that leaves the Atlas. The only thing he can see is the Rifleman. That may be a long-range shot. 4. Nope, he's in 24. Okay. So that's the only thing he could see because he couldn't get far enough over the line to shoot. So he has got 3 points of damage. So 3, or skill 1. He is at medium range, so that's going to be a 3. This is going to be obscuring, so 4, TMM, and 2, so 6s. Here we go. And he gets 3 points of damage onto the rifleman. Whoop, armor gone. Our turn to fire back. So Marauder is going to shoot into their rifleman. Skill 4, 5, 6 for range, 7 for team, 8 for cover. And he's got 4 points of damage, so here comes 8 shots. Or excuse me, 4 shots to 8 damage. 4 shots needing 8 to hit. My goodness. He gets 1 point of damage on the rifleman. Bloop, bloop. Okay. You got 2 armor left. Coming up with the Flashman. Same thing, needs 8s. He got 3 points of damage. That's fantastic. So we got a crit roll here. Boom, boom. Here comes Thunderhead dice. We have hit a 6, which is a weapon hit. Boop. And now we're going to follow up with a Crockett who has 3 points, needing 8s. 1, 2, 3. Need 8s to hit. He got 2 points. That's not bad, but I think that was enough to take him out. And it was. Rifleman down. ComStar said, pay your internet bills, bucko. And he blowed him up. So he's gone. He's already fired. We're moving from the table. The last thing we have left to fire with is the Rifleman, who I think is going to take shots. Oh, yeah, definitely on the Atlas because the Shadowhawk's out of line of sight. So we're at medium range. Skill 4, 5, 6 for range, 7 for intervening, 8 for his TMM. And he has 4 points of damage. Here we go. Looking for 8. 1 point of damage on the Atlas. Un damage for the Atlas. One damage. So now we're going to be going into turn 3. I'm feeling a little bit better about fighting off the ComStar forces because we're beating up on them just a little bit. Just a little bit. Sorry, not ComStar, the Cretan forces. I'm used to being beat up by the Cretan forces. Actually, hang on. We got one more shot to make. I forgot our Mongoose, or our Mercury here. We'll do that, and then we'll get going. They're so small, and I'm meandering on my own here. So Mercury, skill 4, 2 points of damage at short range, and he's teaming with 1, so 5s. He got 2 points of damage. He's on the rear, so he gets +1 for hitting, +1 point of damage for hitting, so 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, so now we can roll initiative because I did not deny the Mercury his shot. He would have been very upset with me had I done that. Here we go, going into turn 3. And the Combine forces have 1 initiative with a 9 to a 6, so we move first. Let's go ahead and, let's see. We still outnumber them 2 to 1 now because they have 3 to our 6 because we took 1 out. So we still got to move 2. That's not good. We have an 8-inch move on that Marauder. So we're just going to move over here, get a little cover, and look down that way. So that is 1. And our Crockett will also move 6. Stack up on the same building, looking that way for cover. And there we go. Now for the Combine, we have got the Striker with initiative to go first. So 725 is his number. And it says, does the Striker have a jump? Nope. Towards highest health enemy you can destroy. He's not destroying anything. Towards lowest enemies in line of sight, which he's already at. So yeah, I think he's going to be kind of moving over here. Actually, the Striker going first, which is the Locust, is the worst thing to have to go. I think... I think he goes here. Gets short range from, actually go there, he'll get some cover. Short range from those guys with rear shots on both, should he want to choose either one of those. And actually he'll turn this way, which looks a little less thematic, so it makes it harder for that rifleman to get his rear. So he's got skill, or team of 3. So now we gotta move 2 more. And the Flashman is going to move over, and he's gonna stack up the same way. He's given his rear to the Locust, but he's going to have cover using the building to fire that way. So Flashman, got team move 2. Head up. And the Rifleman. That was 2. So I have 8, so that'd be 6, 7, 8. Head up. And he'll turn kind of like that, so if I don't kill that locust, he can shoot down into him. So that's Team MF2. And now it's time for one of their guys. So next up for them, because the striker's done, is going to be the skirmisher, which is the Shadowhawk. And towards highest movement enemy. They haven't gone yet, so we're not going to do that because they're going to run away. Cover for most enemies. Let's see what we can do. And the issue, or the reason why he's not walking towards these guys, is they're both going to move, and he won't be able to do anything to him. So he'll go here. That's cover for most enemies, and still be able to shoot at some of them. So he's got his team M of 2. Now we got to move our little small bros, which just sucks because the Atlas can intercept now. But this is our position to do stuff. So we're going to put them 6 inches on the rear of the Shadowhawk. And unfortunately, that means that Atlas gets to turn around and obliterate them if he wants to, but it's just what we got to do. So we have a 4 and a 3 respectively. So the Mercury, the 4, and the Mongoose, 3. And the Sniper. If only one enemy is within line of sight, nope. If you have woods of cover from all enemy, nope. Into woods of cover from most enemies. He goes here. He still wants to be able to see those guys. So he could go. If he goes here, he has cover from 4 of the 6, and he can fire back at probably all of those. Okay. So we got our stuff lined up. Now it's time for us to shoot. Let's do the Flash Man first. He's got 4 damage, and he is going to make a rear shot. So he's got rear 1 point damage. We'll make it the primary, so he's not, because it's minus. Or you get a penalty of 1, I think, for rear, and if you split, it's another 1. So that would be a 2. Let's do the math. 2 on the Flash Man. That would be skill 6 if it's a secondary target. 9 and probably covers, so probably 10s. And if he makes it the primary, it's 9s. So yeah, we'll make it secondary. So 10s. Primary target will be the Atlas. So he's at skill 4, 5, 6, 7 for Team M, and 8 for the building. So looking for 8s. He got 2 on the Atlas, and looking for 10s on the rear shot into the Locust. Nothing. It's worth a shot. Would have been cool. So 2 points on the Atlas. Okay. So he is fired. The Crockett is going to shoot at the Atlas. He is skill 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 3 points of damage, looking for 8s. Here we go. Nothing. Marauder has 4 points of damage, also looking for 8s, going in the Atlas as well. We have 1. We have 1. Oh my goodness. Can't hit 8s. 1 point of damage. And the Rifleman can't see him. Rifleman can see that, but he's going to take a shot at the Locust because it's short range, and we're going to pray for the best. So he's got 3 shots at short, so 4, 8s because of the cover. So 3 shots looking for 8s. Come on, come on. He got 1 point of damage. That's enough to take out the Locust. So that is good. We needed to do something this turn. Now it's time for them to shoot. So Sniper, Atlas up first. Actually, I guess it doesn't matter much. I think I put his, yeah, I didn't have him there. Same word. Whatever. Shoot at a thing he can destroy with his whopping 3. Actually, he has overheat too, so he's going to be dealing 5 points of damage. Can he kill anything? He can kill the Marauder. He can kill the Marauder. So 5 points of damage into the Marauder. Skill 1, 2, 3, 4 for Team M, 5 for cover. And he's taking 2 heat, looking for 5s. Here we go, 2 heat, looking for 5s. So 5 points of damage, looking for 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. He hit for 4 points of damage. And I think that was, nope, 1 life left on the Marauder. Let's go and see what that crit would be from going internal. A 4. Fire control hit. That's rough. That's going to make him a skill 6. Let's go ahead and get the Shadowhawk. We'll shoot into the Marauder as well. So he did not jump. He's got a skill 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 points of damage, looking for 6s. This ought to be a dead Marauder because the needs 6 on 2 pairs. And he got exactly 1. That's exactly what that Marauder needed to go down. He is toast, dead Marauder. Okay. And last but not least, the Locust is going to fire. He's going to put shots into the Crockett because he's already damaged. So the Locust has a skill of 2. And we're at short range, 4s, and he's got 3 points of damage. So 4 on 3. Here we go. He hits with 3 points of damage, which will be 4 because he's on the rear of the Crockett. 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one goes internal. Here we go. Let's see what he gets. We rolled a 5, which I believe is no crit. No crits. So, Locust is gone. So that is going to leave us with the Sniper Atlas and the Skirmisher Shadowhawk. And we'll be going into turn 4 here. Ta-da! Clean up a little bit. And we did not overheat our Crockett, which is good. They overheated their Atlas, which will... Actually, hang on. We're not done. I forgot the little guys again. I'm going to shoot into the shadow. I keep forgetting they're over there. Alright, so Mongoose has 2 points of damage, skill 4. We shoot at short range, so 6s with his TMM. Here we go. Hits with 2. That'll be 3 points of damage total because he's on the rear of the Shadowhawk. Boom. And then the Mercury has 2 points of damage as well. 4, 5, 6. Hits for 2, which will be 3 with the rear shot. 1, 2, 3, and internal. Here we go. We got a 4. Fire control hits. That's rough. Make some skill 4. All right, so now we're going to turn 4. Again, I keep forgetting those little guys because they're back there and I just don't see them. They're out of sight, out of mind. Let's get ourselves an initiative roll here. They win it by 1. We outnumber them 5 to 2, so we will have to move multiple units. I believe it's going to be 3. They'll move 1. We'll move 2. They'll move 1. So 3, 2. Let's go ahead and take the Crockett, and he's just going to move forward for. Actually, he's going to come out in the open, I think. So 6. He's just going to come forward, and we'll have the Flashman follow suit and do the same. And then the Rifleman will pop down and come here. So moving forward, so we got 2, 2, and he has a 1. Okay, so now they're going to move one of theirs. The Sniper is up first. And no jump towards most allies in line of sight facing most enemies. So he has 2 heat on him, so his movement is reduced to 2. He does not have a lot that he can do. Alright, so to get his team in, he has to leave the cover. So he's just going to remain stationary then, because it wouldn't make sense. Which is not what the card exactly said, but to get his team in to move over an inch, he'd have to move out and keep his team in, or keep the cover. He gets 1, so this is the path of least resistance for the same mod. Now we got to move our 2. And these 2 guys are going to gang up on the Atlas and hope that they can do stuff to him. So that'll be 4 and 3 respectively. So 3 and 4. And then the Shadowhawk is next as the Skirmisher. And this says, jump if the lowest health enemy has not yet moved. He has towards ground move towards the lowest health enemy, which is the Crockett. I don't think this is very smart, but I can't really argue my way out of it. That way he's got some cover. He'll come down like that's the best I could do because it's making him do dumb stuff. We shoot first because we lost the initiative. Let's get the light guys out of the way first because, again, I keep forgetting those. So we have got the Mercury, skill 4 on the rear of that Atlas. So an Atlas didn't move, so 4s. Here we go. He hits with 1 of the 2 points of damage because he's on his rear. And the Mongoose is also looking for 4s. He also rolled a 3 on one of them, so 2 points of damage because of the rear. That'll be 1 internal. Here we go. We got a 10. That is a fire control hit. We have literally blown up computers on like all these dudes, so he's skill 3 now. That's going to bring us to our rifleman, which will shoot at the Atlas. He is skill 4, medium range, so 6. Cover is 7s. He has 4 pairs of dice. Looking for 7s. He got 1, but it is an internal, so it is going to be rolling for critical. We got a 10, another fire control hit. He is just about useless now. If he survives this turn, he's going to be skill 5. Let's go ahead and take our Flashman. It's going to fire at the Atlas. It has skill 4. So 4, medium range, 5, 6, cover, so 7s. And he has got 4 dice. So 7s. Atlas is dead. He did hit with all of that. And that'll leave us with the Crockett to shoot at the Shadowhawk at short range. How much does Shadowhawk have left? Shadowhawk has 4 left. Crockett's going to overheat for 5. Crockett has a skill of 4. We're at short range. He moved, so 6 and cover 7s. Here we go. Double ones won't do it. That won't do it. That won't do it. He only got 2 points of damage for his overheat troubles. I was hoping we were going to be able to finish that off. That is going to be internal, though. So a 6. That's a weapon hit. So the Shadowhawk is not going to be doing much more. I think we may actually end up calling it after they fire, because the Shadowhawk's the only thing left standing with 1 point of damage and 2 life. Alright, so shooting first with the Atlas is going to be a thing he can destroy. That is the most likely thing that he could destroy would be the Crockett. Can't shoot anything else, and that's the most likely target. So because he's dying, the card doesn't say to do it, but I'm going to overheat because he's going down anyway. So he's going to shoot for 5. He didn't get the fire controls until this turn, so he's skill 1. He has 2 heats, so he is skill 5. Or no, it's +1 per heat, sorry. So he's skill 3, 4, 5 for range, 6 for TMM, and I think that only opens. So 6 for TMM. That misses. That misses. He did 2 points of damage to the Crockett, and that is internal. It is internal. Let's see if he explodes him. He does. Mech destroyed. The Atlas goes down and explodes the Crockett with his last final volley, which is funny. That said, our Rifleman has 3 points of life left. Our Mercury has 4. The Mongoose has 5. The Flashman is fresh. I think the ComStar forces may offer this Shadowhawk the ability to limp off the battlefield and live, and if he declines, they will surround him and obliterate him and grind him into dust. I think he's going to go back to his house Draconis Combine leaders, and he's going to tell them, please pay the cell phone bills. This wasn't very nice. We did eradicate some of them, but they came and they stomped the grinders into dust, and that was not much fun. Just like that, the game is over. I have called it. We could have played one more turn, which would have been turn 5. I think it wasn't really worth it, considering the Atlas was down. The Shadowhawk had 2 life left. He was going to be skill 4 because the fire control hit. He's -1 damage, so he's a 1-1-0 now. Against a almost dead Rifleman, a full life Flashman, and 2 full life light mechs that should have just surrounded him, and he wasn't getting away. So I think it was a moral victory, not moral, a decisive victory for the ComStar forces, and by allowing that one guy to tuck his tail between his little Shadowhawk legs and run home, it allowed them to know that he was delivering the message of pay your bills, or we will come and take from you your nice, shiny little toys. So, hope you guys enjoyed that. I may have got some things wrong. Be nice and kind in the comments. If you enjoyed this, though, please consider hitting that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, and leave me a comment. Let me know what your thoughts, and let me know if you're doing any Battletech things of your own, gaming, painting. Otherwise, I'd love to hear from you. As always, if you want to support what I do, check out Fortress Miniatures and Games, primary sponsor of the channel. Robert's a good dude, and I really like him, and he helps support what I do. If you're looking to get any paints because you like the things you've seen me paint on the channel, my primary paints are from Monument Hobbies. Their Pro acrylic line is Chef's Kiss. you won't be steered wrong if you pick that up. Link and coupon code down below. And again, if you want to support what I do at my day job, Death Row Designs here is my primary source of income. It's where I work. Supporting them helps support me because it helps keep me employed. So, you know, buy some stuff, coupon codes for training, things of that nature. And finally, if you want to be a super supporter, check out Patreon. All the guys over there are super nice, super cool, and they're throwing some money at me to help me do what I do. So thank you. I appreciate that. As always, if I don't sign off here, you guys know I'll find something to ramble about. It's hot and sweaty, and I've gotten 3 games filmed today, so I think I deserve to go home and get out of here. So as always, keep painting your models, keep rolling your dice, and I'll catch you guys next time.